game as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Crowell. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that when their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
If Joe Mixon plays up to his potential, Cincinnati got a draft steal getting him in the 2nd round.
Strong runner. He's built like a rock, 230 pounds.
Yeah, and he moves like a little guy. All right, he's one of those players that you can use in any situation. Short yardage runner, heck, you want to give him to the perimeter, he can take off and beat you with his speed, and definitely catches the ball in the backfield.
Look at the spin. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. He's got a man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Chris Conley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they...
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 62 yards on the ground. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. And the lead is up to 5. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. And he motions the wide receiver. Now Roethlisberger. This throw caught right around the 6. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. The 1st down throw coming for Dalton. A strong running. And the grab by Croft. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Nixon. They find some open field here. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. They look to throw on third with Dalton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Blitz coming, and down he goes. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And the pressure gets to him again.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
As aggressive as Cincinnati is on defense, I was surprised that they only had 33 sacks last season.
Yeah, bottom half of the NFL.
I think that helped contribute to them not making the playoffs. Remember, they had a nice little run going. That's the first time they missed in the last 6.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken at the 46. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Body Calhoun. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And this one's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, where he eats up ground and he usually goes up.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Partner, I know the ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Cleveland after this. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it.
And he's going to go down again. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Andy Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Now, that's a rare sight indeed, but one that their fans hope that they'll see much more of in 2017. A takeaway. Yeah,
only 3 fumbles recovered last year, tied for fewest in the National Football League. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. A first down carry now for Crowell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 41-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now it's Crowell running right. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask your equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he's got this one down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Passing, it's Dalton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He finds an opening past the 40, and he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll try the right side with Crowell. He's to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Open man is Uzama. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Green with a catch left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Dalton here from the gun. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Dalton. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Joe Schobert coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Bullock will put this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home. And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Second down, Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. To throw here, Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all.
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27th. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And able to find Green. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. First and goal here from the 9. From the gun, Dalton. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Like I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
He's going to air it out deep and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Browns. 57 yards. Here's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Steelers coming away victorious there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, No more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now Roethlisberger. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special